Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I have something a little bit different for you today, which is a garden tour video. I've never done a video like this before. I hope you enjoy it. I just wanted to show you my garden's progress so far because it's the most extensive garden that I've ever had. It's not professional by any means. I am just a beginner, but I hope you enjoy. Hi, I just wanted to give you all a garden tour because this is maybe the most extensive garden I've ever had. It's not a video to inspire you or show you how to do it because I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just a beginner, so there's probably going to be a lot of things that are not right, but I just wanted to show you what I have. So we're going to be walking out towards the garden, and on the side of this fence we have some potatoes that I planted from potatoes that had started to chit. That someone had just bought and they started to chit, so I planted them in the ground. I cut them up and planted them in the ground, and 3 of them are coming up already. These 2 are coming up. And then we're gonna walk over to the garden. This is my sister's house, but she let me plant a garden here, so I didn't do all of this was already here, but here we have my purple potatoes, which are almost ready to be harvested, and they have these really beautiful purple flowers with yellow centers, and they're really beautiful. Most of them I think have been eaten by something. I don't know what that is, but yeah, that's it. Over here, I didn't plant this, but I just think it's cool. It's been here since they had the house, but it's a grape, and it's just growing up all over this arbor. And then over here's jasmine. It's coming towards the end of its bloom. It smells good. And here's some of my tomatoes that I've planted over here. And a friend gave us a few volunteer tomatoes that were in their garden. So this one on the end, these 2 on the end actually are like cherry tomatoes, and then all the rest of my tomatoes are San Marzano tomatoes, and they're this one's one of the ones that's doing the best, but they are a little smaller. They just haven't had enough as much of a chance and as much sunlight to grow. And then I have some carrots over here, and that's an onion that I planted from a store-bought onion that had started to sprout, and it's doing really well. I'm not sure. It looks like it split into 2 different onions maybe, and then up here I think it's about to go to flower, so I'm not sure when I should harvest it. I'm not sure if it's ready. I need to do more research, because if it goes to flower, I'm not sure if it's gonna make the onion part no longer as good. Yeah, this is an artichoke. I didn't plant that was already there. And then all over the garden we have corn that's growing that I'm trying to see how well it will do, but the squirrels planted that corn, but there's corn everywhere. And then over here we have some rocket, otherwise known as arugula, which has gone to seed, and all of these are seed pods, and I'm going to save those seeds and use them to replant more rocket. Same thing with this lettuce. It's going to seed. So it's butter lettuce, and I'm going to use that to also replant and maybe just save the seeds for next year. in case my sister wants to plant more of that, because that was one of her requests in the garden, was this butter lettuce. And I have marigolds that are growing throughout my garden, which are to protect the garden from bugs and other things, and also to use them as dye plants. And you can also eat them. I've eaten them before. This is my herb garden. I would say this is the bed that I didn't do as good of a job on when I planted it. It was the last one that I planted, and I had enough by that point, and just kind of spread the seeds around without being very careful, and so it ended up being a little chaotic in here. But here's some sage. I think that's parsley. This is thyme, maybe, right here, and more corn. This is some rosemary that I got at the grocery store. This looks like thyme right here. There was cilantro in here, right here, but most of it went to seed. I'm keeping this one because I took most of it out to give more room for the other herbs that were coming up, but this one, hopefully it'll go to seed, and I can maybe get some more seeds from that. We didn't really get the chance to eat a lot of the cilantro. It was one of the more successful plants that was in this bed, but I think because I had planted this bed very poorly, a lot of the plants shot up and got leggy because they didn't have a lot of room to grow. So that contributed, I think, to the cilantro not having a lot of leaves and being taller. So we did eat some of it, at least I did, but it didn't get big and bushy or anything. And over here is some basil. I did plant 2 types of basil. One of them was cinnamon basil, and then there should be your standard Italian basil in here, but I'm not sure what is what. Once this lettuce is gone and the rocket, I might just dedicate more space to the herbs and try to get it better planted, but I also might, we'll see. I also might just focus more on more lettuce and rocket, because we really enjoy eating that fresh out of the garden. And here's some broccoli. This is my broccoli section. This was where I originally planted the broccoli, in this second bed here. And when I sprouted it, I needed to space them out more. So I ended up putting the broccoli plants in between these rows, in between the beds. And they actually are doing really well, even though the soil there is not the best. Somewhat to some degree, they're doing okay. In fact, the ones right here are the biggest. The ones in the bed are generally not as big, but I don't know. I don't know when they're gonna get a broccoli head, because these are growing really tall. I thought they would grow closer to the ground. And again, I'm not a gardening expert. I'm a beginner, and this is, I don't know. I could do more research and stuff, and I have to some degree, but it's just I'm so busy, and there's so many plants I have in here that I haven't taken the time to fully research each one of them. So I'm not sure when this is gonna get a broccoli head on it, but it seems like it just gets really tall, and I don't know if it's gonna get a broccoli head on it. It seems if this plant got a broccoli on it, it would pull the plant over with its weight. So I don't know, because I have had a couple plants that kind of did what this one is doing, where it gets tall, but then it gets brown and dies. I think that one was due to ants eating it, but I'm not really, not sure about that. If anyone who knows more about gardening than I do is watching this and they want to comment about it, feel free. That's welcome. By the way, these are apple trees, which I'm really excited about. I love apples, and This is the second apple tree. These have a lot of apples on them. And just apples are great, and you gotta eat those organic. You don't want those pesticides on apples, and yeah, it's people be buying non-organic apples, and then I don't eat them because I don't want to get some disease. I don't want to get cancer, basically. So these ones will be organic apples, so that's good. And then these are some Walla Walla sweet onions in here. Some of them are getting bigger and like looking more ready. I did have some seeds of a different variety. I can't remember what they're called. An heirloom variety of onion that was like a red or pink onion. And they did not survive. I had like a couple sprouts that were like hanging on there for a while, but then they didn't make it, which is unfortunate, but excuse me, I'm going to get these ones, and hopefully, like, we probably won't be able to use all these at once, so I'm gonna hopefully try doing pickled onions, which I really like pickled onions a lot, so we will do that. And I also was growing these onions for dyeing, but I actually am not sure if Walla Walla sweet onions have a lot of pigment in their skins, because you use the onion skins to do the dyeing, and we'll see. I'm not sure how much dye they're gonna have in them. And these are some carrots again, and they have marigolds intermixed and some corn planted by the squirrels, and also these plants, which I don't know what they are, but the previous owner had planted these bulbs in this garden bed, and I didn't know that, so they're just intermixed in there with the carrots. I did accidentally destroy one, which used to be over here. There were 3 as I was planting this garden bed. I wonder if it'll come back next year. We'll see. These are Nantes carrots. They have another part to their name. I can't remember right now, but it's Nantes carrots. And these are also getting like more closer to being ready. I'm going to try to use the greens as well for something, like put them in salads. Yeah, we'll see. And this is the first bed. These are the rest of my San Marzano tomatoes, and this is one more gifted cherry tomato from the friend. And over here we have my sprouting dye plants. There is madder over here, and these ones will have Japanese indigo. There's one coming up, and then there's like a tiny one that's almost coming up in this one. And I'm gonna use those for dye plants. Oops, I dropped my bowl that I brought out here to harvest peas. And the madder is like an investment for the future, because you have to grow madder for like 3 years or more before it's ready to use as a dye plant. You use the roots, but I'm just thinking I will plant it now, and then I'm not going to be living here in the years to come, but I'm thinking anytime I come back and visit, maybe I can harvest that. So just start it now and reap the rewards later. And then the Japanese indigo is an annual an annual plant. Sorry, my voice is very creaky. The Japanese indigo is an annual, so I'm hoping to use that this year and just have that for 1 year. I'm just doing some little dye experiments on fabric. I'm thinking of like just using the leaves to do some printing on fabric, and also using in combination with other plants to create different colors and designs, because I'm not actually a big fan of blue, but I think in combination with other plants it could be cool. And then here are my alderman peas. They used to be like really tall and just like growing up looking really nice growing up into towards the tree, but they got too heavy and like collapsed. So it's looking like this, but it looks like they're kind of doing okay still. Like none of the plants have died because of that collapse, but I'm going to be harvesting some of these peas. I'll come back here and show you really quick this view from my garden. I used to, it still is a really nice view to just kind of get an overview kind of the garden, and it used to kind of look more aesthetically pleasing when the peas were not all collapsed down like that, but I'll put a picture in here of what it used to look like a few weeks ago, but this is still okay. And some of the other plants have grown up more since then. And then over here, I have a couple of varieties of cucumbers, and they're doing quite well. Some of them are starting to get cucumbers on them already. I've got to find one. I have more over here on the side, which these ones are also doing all right, even though I planted them in the ground that is not, like, hasn't been prepared for growing things. They're doing okay. Like here you can see a cucumber that's starting to grow. And that's it for this part of the garden. I'll just go show you the rest, the last little bit. I just have some more peas over here on the side that I planted a few weeks after the first ones. And it's also very messy over here. Yeah, here's some more peas. I tried to like create a structure for them to grow on, but it didn't work very well, and the dogs destroyed some of them. But some of them are doing all right. And they're also getting some peas already on them. But they haven't collapsed yet, really, so like these ones are looking more like the other ones did, but these ones don't get as much sun, so they're just in general haven't been as robust as the other ones over there. But yeah, that's my garden. We'll end on this ladybug shot, but thank you for watching. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to check out my other videos, subscribe if you like. I usually do knitting and sewing content, but I thought I would have a garden tour. Feel free to leave a comment, that's always good for me. And I hope you have a good day. Bye. Hello, I just wanted to show you, it's maybe a week after I filmed the last video, and I've gotten some things from my garden, such as these carrots and a cucumber. This is the first cucumber that has appeared and grown bigger. Some peas, and then we have these purple potatoes, which, look at this color, it's just amazing. Amazingly beautiful. Some of this is not necessarily ready. It's not like the prime time for harvesting, but for some of it I just wanted to see how it was doing. So that's my update. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to support me, please subscribe to my channel and like and leave a comment if you wish. Yeah, I hope to make more sewing content in the future. I have a few sewing videos in the pipeline, but they haven't been able to work on them a lot. So yeah, if you would like to see those, just let me know. And let me know if you liked this and if you would like to see more content like this. Or if you would like to see more videos like this. I hate the word content, actually. But yeah, I hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. Hang in there. Bye.